Right, it's recording.
Hey everyone, so this is where it gets particularly interesting, I suppose. So we're going to do questions and answers, and I'm going to do my best to answer.
Right.
So, okay.
Where'd you get your ideas from, Jess?
Well, most of the time, aside from the fact that I live in a fairy tale most of my life, and I'm very oblivious to everything, I generally have dreams that I then build upon. So I don't know if it's the coffee I drink before I go to bed, but whatever it is, it tends to give me some pretty out there dreams that I then go, oh, that sounds like a really good idea, and I'm okay with it. Okay. Yes, Tom.
Yes. Can I ask what inspired you to start writing in the first place?
Oh, I like that. Yes, so I've always written. I think when I looked back once on a little notebook that I found when I was, I don't know what age, the writing was terrible, but my writing's not much better now. So I think probably quite young, probably the same age as my children, most likely. Okay. Alex, not Riley. And I saw in there lots of different stories about Tom and Jerry.
Oh, no.
And that might be some of my earliest work. And I think it's just developed from there, really.
That's brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah. How do you craft your characters? Like, do you start with one, or do you have an idea of like different ones that work together?
So my first one with Ruby, I'd read somewhere that you should write what you know. So I did frame a lot of Ruby around myself and what I would like to say if I didn't have to be professional and well behaved, essentially. However, those who know me have commented that they can hear me in her when she's being particularly sassy. So that might well be where most of it comes from. But I think a lot of it is, I have lots of different, as we all do, lots of different emotions, different things, and I quite like writing my emotions. So if I'm feeling, for example, Surviving Wonderland, when I wrote Alice, it was because I was having a bit more of a tough time at that moment. I'd written Fae Bloodlines, I really enjoyed that, but I'd written such an upbeat character and I was going through a little bit of a tougher time. So I wrote a character that was really quite self-deprecating, and yeah, I think the characters mostly come from my own feelings, really, and how I'm feeling at that time. Not to be said about the murder book, though. Just to clarify that one.
So where did that come from?
Well, that one, I obviously watched too many true crime documentaries at the time. No, there's not. That's true.
Have you assured Brooke that the murder one isn't anything to do with him?
No, because I like to keep him on his toes. I really would enjoy him to be really nervous. Never step out of line, mate. Yes.
Do you always know where your book's going, or
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have an idea. And then usually it takes a lot of turns. So if you want an example, no spoilers for those that haven't read it yet, but Fae Bloodlines, I was going to kill Sappy off pretty quickly. Oh no. I know, I'm sorry. I didn't do it, I didn't. She's still alive, as far as we know. But yeah, no, I have no idea generally. It just depends on the day, really, as to where I'm going with it. And there's a lot of editing that goes into it, because you can catch me on a good day or a bad day, and the characters suffer depending.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you know where this will end? Is it a trilogy, or are there more books?
Yes, so the third will be the final. So yes, that's going to be quite a big one to write, and it's going to be. I think it'll be a little bit sad, because this has been, my first set, and I kind of love the characters, actually, most of them. But the ones that I don't love die off anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, no, the third will be the final in that, and then I've got lots of other avenues. I mean, I'm currently writing others, so not related to that.
What really made you diversify?
With the Blood and Lies. So, again, I mean, I wrote Surviving Wonderland because I was having a bit of I don't want to be happy at the minute. So I wrote that. And then I think Blood and Lies I just wanted to take a step out of my comfort zone. I really enjoy reading thrillers, and I've never written one. So I figured I could probably write one, and I did, essentially.
And you're going to write more in that style.
Yes, so that's exciting news. I'm hoping in October, if I can get my butt into gear, I'm really hoping in October to release a Halloween type one. It's a fantasy thriller. So it will have thriller themes, death, murder, etc. But with more of a fantasy twist on it. So it'll kind of combine the different genres, really.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
So obviously you've just written your 4th book. Which one would you say you are most proudest of, or you like the best?
I mean, it probably would have to be Fey Bloodlines, for the simple fact that it was my first one that I actually completed. I mean, it's not my first sort of attempt at writing, but it's the first one I actually saw through to the end, which was nothing short of a miracle, and took about 3 years. So I'm really proud of that one. I think the difficulty is, as much as I love the characters and everything, as you write more, I think, and you research more into writing and you speak with more editors and things, I think you develop. So looking back, there's probably more I could have done with it, but they'll always be my favourite characters, so I think it has to be that one.
Very nice.
What would be your key thing to say to somebody who wants to start writing, how to start?
I think just get going with it. I think just take pen to paper. I mean, I am a pen and a paper type of person, so a lot of what I start with is just scribbling in notebooks. I think if you've got an idea, so for example, like I said, when I've had a bit of a crazy dream, the minute I wake up, providing I remember it, I then write it down, and then I can go back and start adding to it. I think there could be a lot of times people go and start planning out really heavily characters and things like that, but then you lose a lot of the creativity and the flow with it, is what I've found, because I've tried the method of really structuring, and I don't know, maybe it's just my personality, I'm not a structured person. But I found so much more enjoyment just throwing it all down on a page and then organising it after that.
Like building a skeleton and then putting meat on the bones.
Yeah. None lies. We could have gone cake, but yeah, no.
Any more questions? Yes, just one. Blood and Lies was brilliant as a novella, and I know it was your first taste into it, but actually, would you like to do a full book on thriller? Because actually, I feel there was so much more that could have gone into, and I think it feels like it was a taster for you, where you have much more that you could develop.
Yeah, so do you mean with regards to those specific characters? Or just in general?
Like I got that it was a taster for you as well as for us.
Yeah.
But I feel like you've got a lot more to add to a fuller story.
Yeah, so I think at some point I do want to write a full thriller novel. At the moment, the plan is mostly fantasy. As I say, I have got the sort of thriller fantasy coming out hopefully in October, which again will be a novella, so it will be short again. But I think at some point, once I've got a bit more sort of control over my plans, then hopefully I would go on to write a full thriller novel as well, because I do quite enjoy it. It's quite good fun.
I enjoyed it.
Thanks. Yes.
You said earlier you were considering doing or looking at doing more surviving books. What fairy tales is it that's in the works at the moment?
So I started off toying with Surviving the Cinders. That hurt my head, so that has got a pin in it currently. And then more so in my head now is Surviving the Beast, which you can gather which one that one's from. Oh dear. No, it's a good story. It's positive, happy endings. It's not blood and lies. We're okay. Only bad characters will probably get killed off in that. we love a bit of tragedy too, right? But yes, so the aim will be probably the next one in that sort of set will probably be Surviving the Beast, unless I can work out the issues I'm having with the Cinders at the moment.
Follow on from that, you have in the block with the Surviving Cinders. What what's your process when you've got these blocks?
Move on.
Just write a new book.
Yeah, then I go, do you know what, I've got like 10 more in the bank, so you can go on the back burner. And that's what I do. Because otherwise I will get myself worked up over I did sit and I did get my pen out and I had the book, the notepad there, and I tried writing it out, and I hated every character that I planned to sort of write. I hated their storyline, and I went, no, I don't want to write that. So, hence why we then moved on to, the one I actually moved forward with writing was not to do with this one. It's completely separate to all of these. That one's a secret. In case it doesn't go anywhere. Yes.
Are there any other genres that you would like to go into? Obviously, we've discussed that. Thriller, fantasy is your main one, but are there any others that you would look to go into?
I mean, I do look at other genres, and I certainly am not a horror writer. I've thought about it, and I very quickly discarded that idea because I don't really like horrors, so it seemed pointless. And also, I'm a bit of a wuss, so the idea of scaring myself when writing it just seemed really silly. But yeah, horrors was a no for me. I like the idea of romance because I quite like the odd little romance book. But I do find when I've tried that, I get bored with my characters very quickly, because there's nothing trying to kill them. So that tends to stifle me. But I want to try a bit more romance, but I think I have to get these other little determination sides of me out first before I go for something like that.
It's a bit of blood and fantasy in there.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of, dragons crashing down and destroying everything, and then, someone's arm flying off somewhere, that sort of thing.
Yes. You are a mum of two. You have a full-time job. You're training and doing things on the side. How do you fit all of this into your day?
I drink a lot of coffee. A lot of coffee. I mean, in my workplace, it is always a yes, please, for the next coffee. And I also don't sleep very much. So, I sleep like the dead when I'm actually asleep. But going to sleep, I tend to, because I've got children, I tend to go with, when they're asleep, that's my time. And then I really don't like giving up my time, so I sacrifice my sleep for being awake, and hence where we end up with these.
Great.
I wouldn't recommend that as a strategy to anyone. That's not a good life strategy. Don't do it. I'm very tired 90% of the time. Any other questions? Yeah.
Would you said that obviously the Fae is a trilogy, but would you ever go back to the setting?
Yes. Yes, I would. So I toyed with, and I've not decided yet, I did toy with a little novella on Titania, and how she became the evil one. So I have played with that thought process, and I have thought about within the realm, there's so much option there for different lives going on, but really the only one I've kind of thought in the back of my mind I might do sooner would be Titania's backstory. Yes.
Which authors inspire you, if any?
I think I'm inspired by every book, to be honest, because I have thought about this a lot, and I have had that question asked to me quite a lot. And I don't really have the best answers because I don't really remember anyone's names. So I love the books, and I think every time I read a book and consume the amazing writing that they've done, I think all of that inspires. I mean, even just in day to day, I think when you read about a character that you really enjoy, that can impact even your normal daily life and how you process things. So I'd say everything I read or watch even on telly, can inspire me some way, but I wouldn't say there's, an author specifically, but just, everything I read. I'm reading one really good one at the moment called Reference. Totally recommend. Not mine, but really good.
You can't remember the author's name.
No, I have no idea who wrote it. Absolutely no clue who wrote it, but it's very good. It's on Kindle Unlimited. Yes.
What's your dream going forward? Would you like to be a full-time writer?
I would. Because I'm a vet nurse as well as everything else that I, pick up and drop like the wind. I would love to write full time. If if I could get to that state. But I don't think I'd ever stop nursing. So I think I would always be someone, I mean, I am a little bit scatty, so I know it's surprising. So I do tend to always have more than one job on the go, regardless of whether it's necessary or not, because it keeps me somewhat sane. Yes.
I thought you told me your dream was to become a millionaire and lie on the beach with a cocktail.
I was trying to keep this professional. Obviously, if I were to become really famous, and if anyone here would like to promote it and make me famous, but yeah, obviously the dream would be to be on a beach somewhere and drinking, I think, mojitos, probably. That would be ideal, but unfortunately, alas, I don't think it's coming yet. Okay. If there's no more questions, then thanks everyone.